confused, like, sorry, something like that.
But got noodles instead, so I'm not sure why.
So it's like,
Oh,
okay.
no.
And like we don't drink coffee, so.
Hey guys, it's Cathy Cat. Lost in Translation is a famous movie about Japan, and today we're gonna go out on the streets in Japan and ask people if they ever experienced that lost in translation moment when they came to Japan. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos where we interview Japanese people and foreigners on the streets of Tokyo. So now let's go and ask foreigners in Japan. Did you ever have a moment when you were lost in translation?
Yes.
Always.
Because when we were in the restaurant, when we order something, they always don't understand what we're saying, and when we ask something, they're confused, like, sorry, something like that.
Restaurant.
Yes.
Now that you've been here, and it's your very first time in Japan, did you have a lost in translation moment?
I asked for a hard-boiled egg, but got noodles instead, so I'm not sure why. That's one thing, yeah, that's an example. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, egg please, and you got noodles.
Yes, that's exactly right, yeah.
That's hilarious. How's that even possible? How about you?
I ordered a plum wine last night and I got like an apple juice.
Yeah.
The owner was probably like, you're not having any more love. That is kind of puzzling. Anything else? Did you ever get lost or anything?
I haven't been lost.
No, not lost, but I do find it hard to communicate because I have no idea. I know about one Japanese word, it's konnichiwa, and that's about it. So.
Well, you managed to get your way around Tokyo today. And
Yeah, we
just-
did, yeah, yes.
A lot of miming.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you overcome the language barrier by?
Yeah, like miming and drink and, those sorts of things, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the other day, I asked for a matcha soy latte at Starbucks, and she said, oh, a soy latte, and I was like, I don't think she's gonna make me what I want, and then she didn't. She just made me a soy latte. I was like, no, I said matcha, because in English it's green tea, but in Japanese it's either like ocha or matcha. And I was like, I said matcha, but it was soy. She remade it in the end, so it's fine. But yeah, I was like, oh no, I got the drink. I was like, what do I do? Help me.
What did you do in the end?
Well, Kat was like, no, let's ask her to make it again. And I was like, okay. So I just let my friend deal with it because she's really good at those situations. She was like, well, you paid for your drink, you should get what you ordered. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. But in England, we just sort of accept it. Like I could go in and get a really bad haircut and they'll be like, how do you think? And I'm like, oh, it's lovely, yeah, it's great, yeah. Like bald spots. And you're like, oh, it's great, yeah.
Taking politeness to a whole new level here.
We're way too polite in England. We just don't like to mention that anyone's done anything wrong. We're just like, it's fine, don't worry, it's fine. So I just let my friend deal with it.
Lost in translation with the matcha latte. What was your lost in translation moment you had in Japan ever?
There's one I recall. I was stuck at Shinjuku Station and I couldn't get out of the barriers anymore and I didn't know what to do. And I was asking everyone if they speak English. Nobody understood English and I was stuck in there for like 2 hours until finally I found someone who said, oh, just give me your card, I'll lock you out and you can leave the station. I was like, oh, finally someone understands. And since then I hate Shinjuku Station.
Shinjuku Station is a pain. Also, the exits are really far apart. If you go to the wrong exit, you land in a completely different part of town. It took me months to get used to Shinjuku Station, so I understand. Also, if you have a Suica card, you might have a situation like you have where you can't get out of the barriers.
If you go in a wrong one, you can't go out of it again because you'd have to go to like the information office to ask for help. And it's just really confusing because we have like a card system in my country too, but if you go in through one gate and then notice you made a mistake, you can go out at the same gate as well. It won't block you, and so that takes some getting used to here. You have to really think where you're going before you go through a barrier.
I think the problem with the electric cards is as well, you can accidentally go into a different line instead of getting out of the exit. And then you're in a different line and you can't get out of the same exit that you just went into.
Yeah. It's such an efficient system in Japan, but there's some stuff that when you don't understand the language, it's so hard to know what to do. It's a bit sort of anxious. You're like, help me.
So, during your time here, did you have a moment when you were lost in translation?
Tasha wasn't with us, but last night we were trying to ask if there was coffee in a drink. And I was somewhat asking it in really bad Japanese, but the lady had no idea what we were talking about. And we ended up with a drink that was mostly coffee, so I was like, oh, okay. No. And like we don't drink coffee, so
All right. What did you do in the end? Did you like just have the really coffee?
yeah, we just drank it anyway. It's like it was still a drink. So yeah.
You didn't like go like, can you please make this one more time?
No, it was all good. It is.
That's a way to overcome the language barrier. Thank you so much. That were all the questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did a good job there. Lost in translations. I probably had quite a lot of lost in translation moments when I came to Japan. Actually, one of our superiors in the company who used to work with us, he was French. And he, for example, instead of writing arigatou gozaimasu, he mistyped it and he wrote arigatou gozai ushi, which means cow. And my colleague couldn't stop laughing about it. It was very entertaining. And I once mistook the word for erai, which is a person that stands higher of you, and eroi, which is a kind of slightly pervy person. And you don't want to refer to a higher up with that name. So that's some of the lost in translations moment I'm having right now. I can see that the director of Ask Japanese is doing funny things behind the camera. Anyways, I wish you a lovely day. Don't forget to leave us your lost in translation moment as a comment. Looking forward to finding out about it. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe to Ask Japanese. Would be lovely to have you on the team. So, click that button if you like. Catch you soon on Ask Japanese. Bye!